Welcome back to Vox Markets. Today I'm joined by Mark Routh, CEO of Prospex Energy, to discuss a significant milestone for the company, the resumption of gas production at the Viura field in Spain. Mark, welcome.
Good morning, Martin.
Congratulations on getting this Viura back online. Can you walk us through what had to happen behind the scenes and how did you get to this point?
Well, I've had to watch from the sidelines. I mean, the operator has been doing all the heavy lifting and the hard work. They were testing the well back in August. They had what's called the production logging tool down the hole to monitor the flow rates and the pressures. And there was a failure of equipment at the surface, which meant to make the well safe, they had to close the rams on the well, which meant that the cable, which was in the hole, was cut. Now, fishing cable out of a tubing is a remarkably tricky and difficult operation. So, unfortunately, that happened in September. They mobilised the equipment from Aberdeen in the UK. So, specialised equipment and people had to be mobilised, and it took some weeks to get the cable out the hole and get to the point where the well was safe to produce gas. The key thing here is you can't have cable in a well that is coming across the safety valve below the surface. So to make the well safe, in case there's any other issues, there's a safety valve at some 50, 100 meters below the surface. And they had to get the cable out of the hole to make it safe to produce again. And that has now been done, and it finished all the operations to do that finished last Friday. So we're back into production from Friday, and it's been ramping up from 85,000 cubic meters a day to 120. It's that we're heading towards the plateau rate of 180,000 cubic meters a day, which is some 6.7 million standard cubic feet a day.
Well, that's great news and well done to the operator. I mean, that sounds like a heck of an achievement. Um, Now, you also mentioned acquiring the sort of 14.47% of the production income. Could you
Yeah.
unpack the financial mechanics behind that and how soon shareholders might see an impact?
Right. Well, the back when we did the deal last year, we farmed into 7.5% of the company which owns the asset. That company is called HEYCO Energy Iberia. And the deal was that we would fund 15% of the development costs up until the payback of our initial investment. So that is just under, it's 14.47%. So we're actually accruing 14.747% of the production income from the field until such time as we have got back our capital investment that we initially made in the field last year. So that means that our net production is higher, and we're also earning a 10% coupon on that initial investment. So what's happening with the accrued production income from the field is that it's staying in the company, HEYCO Energy Iberia, which is our where we have a share of that company. So that income is being held in the company in order to fund the future drilling costs of the drilling campaign for next year. Now, it's planned that there are two further wells permitted on the Viura field, and these wells are planned to be drilled next year. So we hope that the production income that we're accruing now will cover the costs of that drilling next year.
Okay. Well, given that Viura is your largest contributor to sort of net production, how critical is this restart of the company? I mean, to the near-term strategy, I suppose, and liquidity, obviously, for the company.
Well, it's absolutely critical because the production income was being put towards the future drilling campaign on Viura. Um, the wells are deep and expensive. Now we're paying 15% of the costs, and we're getting nigh on 15% of the production income. So the wells have been delayed. Because of this delay of production, the operator has pushed back the drilling um, into next year. So that allows more time to accrue the income to pay for the drilling. And I expect that that we shall be able to cover the cost of the drilling from the production income in Viura. Um, the new wells are targeted to drill into this prolific reservoir where the reserves are expected to increase after the 3D seismic is reinterpreted and reprocessed and reinterpreted. We expect to see our reserves increase on the field as well.
Okay. And is there anything else, Mark, you'd like to add to this morning's sort of news for, to reassure investors that this is a good thing and think operations are moving forward?
No, there's nothing more to add. It's been deeply frustrating. We've been shut in for so long. So it's just good news that we're back to where we were and where we should have been. So it's a sigh of relief, and let's get back to normal operations and normal operations of the operator is doing a good job now.
Well, thanks, Mark. Thanks for those insights. It's clear that getting Viura back into production marks an important step forward for the company. I'm sure where everyone's going to be watching closely as output scales up and the financial benefits begin to flow through.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.